Jessica Morden.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. And like that, so many honourable members have waited patiently over the last 2 days to pay our tributes in this chamber on the passing of Her Majesty the Queen is indeed testament to the real depth of feeling, the sorrow and of the love that we all want to convey on behalf of our constituents and ourselves at this moment of huge loss. So on behalf of all of our communities in Newport East, can I also honour the memory and put on record our deepest condolences to an extraordinary monarch who faithfully served our country all her long life and who's just always been there in challenging and ever-changing times, and to send our love to her family as they grieve. As Princess Elizabeth, Her Majesty's first official visit outside of London was to Newport, where at the time hundreds of men and women were working at the Royal Ordnance Factory on Corporation Road, producing munitions for the invasion of occupied Europe. It's fair to say that this generation felt a special kinship with the Queen, not least because of her dedication to support the war effort herself as a serving member of the Auxiliary Territorial Service. That service initiated a lifelong bond with our armed forces community, which, as other members have said, is clearly something she took great personal pride in throughout her life and was much appreciated in Newport East. As Queen, she opened Lanwern's Steelworks, which still produces world-class steel today. She returned to officially open the Severn Bridge and granted Newport City status, all transformative for our part of South East Wales, and the Queen was at the heart of it. But a constituent in an email summed up for many: the loss of our Queen feels personal for our family, a sentiment echoed by many constituents. For the Morses, who sadly passed on recently, for whom meeting the Queen at a garden party was one of the highlights of their lives. For the constituent who shared a photo of their daughter Heather presenting a bouquet to the Queen. For Maisie, who was presented to her at the opening of the Senedd and who felt, as she put it in her words, her astounding presence and warmth. But whether you had met her or not mattered little. She was a constant presence and an emblem of 70 years of monumental change, love and loss in the lives of millions. In the prayers in this chamber, which begin each day, we focus on service above self, something that's easier to say than to do. The Queen's 7 decades of public service exemplified that commitment. It was her service, not the grandeur of her status, not the ceremony that surrounded her, but her embodiment of the values, the integrity, the history and the standards we all seek to live by and to have at the heart of British life. She demonstrated those values every day, yet at the same time she was seen not as someone remote and distant, but personal and human, while still unique. Her last service, Madam Deputy Speaker, has been to unite the country in mourning her loss, and our task now is to integrate her unifying legacy of service and integrity into all we do. Rest in peace, and God save the King.
Yeah.